All right, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, coming back with another video, giving all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which the world calls Jesus Christ. And as you can see, this coronavirus, there's a new thing about this coronavirus every single day, man. Right? So we giving you another update, and it says coronavirus disruption to everyday life in U.S. may be severe. CDC official says. So this is gonna be a severe, disruption in your everyday lives. So whether you smoking weed, whether you just going to work and back home, whether you just play the game all day, whether you like to go clubbing, whatever the hell it is you like to do, it's gonna be a disruption to your everyday life because you're gonna see the damn coronavirus all day, every day, all up in your face, and you're not gonna be able to ignore it, right? Or deny that it's here, right? A lot of y'all brothers out there talking about I'ma just smoke the problems away. Well, you're not smoking this problem away. This problem ain't, no smoke can make this go away, man. This is here to stay, right? And this is thus saith the Lord, right? So let's get into some precepts, right? This second Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine, right? I'm going to read it first. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So the Lord is actually sending scourges out here for amendment, man. Right? Meaning to change man's ways, right? So when you go back now, so there's also this locust outbreak devastating East Africa reaches Congo, UN official says. So, I'll play a little bit of the video. Most High willing it plays.
We're going to put in a soft tissue retractor.
And they said it's extremely alarming because this is the Lord sending his power on this earth, man. This world has not seen these things happen before, right? In the way that they're going to increase and escalate, you ain't never seen the things that's about to happen in your life, right? And you living in the last days, whether you admit it, acknowledge it, or you want to deal with it, you living in the last days, man. This might even be the last year, most high willing, man. Most high willing, this might be the last year. All the things that's happening this year, this might be the last year, right? Most high willing anyway. Right? So these locusts are bringing a famine upon the land, right? And there's famine all over the world, That's just one of the places, right? Or one of the few places. So 2nd Ezra 16 and 19 says, behold, famine and plague and tribulation. So this plague, which is the coronavirus, is damn near all over the world, man. And America is going to be hit severely because it's thus saith the Lord, right? And there's a thing with this famine, with this coronavirus, this is going to lead to martial law. More than likely, this is what will lead to martial law because they're going to have to detain a large group of people because people are going to be jumping out of buildings. People are going to be going crazy, right? People are going to try to fight against the government and, saying things like, shouting things out like, hey, what's the government going to do about the coronavirus? It's going to get crazy. And Trump supporters, Trump ain't going to save you from the coronavirus, man. So you better acknowledge that now, right? But anyway, it's going to be crazy, right? So let's get into another precept. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition, which is martial law, among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So the people, right now, our actions stand in the course of our actions stands in the power of the government. Anything we do, the government reacts and will retaliate to what we do. But in these days, people will do whatever the hell they want. The government is going to be crazy. Right? Martial law is not going to be something that's, a contained thing. Everything's in order. It's going to be all out madness, man. And like I said, more than likely, this coronavirus outbreak will start martial law because it's going to get crazy, right? People are going to be catching the case left and right. So more than likely, this sedition among men is coming really soon, right? Real soon. And meanwhile, America is going to be distracted by this coronavirus and sedition among men. These other nations, you don't think that these other nations didn't forget about America. Iran, South Korea, China, Russia, all these places, man, they didn't forget about America. They planning to destroy America. That's why they got all these bombs being made, and China's still doing marches and parades with bombs, showing their weaponry. Because they about to destroy America. Because it's prophecy by the Most High. Right? And this coronavirus and this sedition among men is going to leave America, which is Babylon, left open and exposed to be attacked. America's going to have too much going on to, really retaliate and win a war with these other nations. So Jeremiah 50:15, shout against her round about, which are the other nations. She hath given her hand, which is Babylon. The she is Babylon, right? Because the book of Jeremiah is talking about Babylon on a twofold level, right? Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. So when this sedition among men and this coronavirus is like big, America's walls are going to be falling and their foundations are going to be destroyed, right? America is no longer going to be seen as that great and powerful and terrible nation, right? Right? America's hand will be given. They're going to throw all their cards on the table for everybody to see. America's behind is going to be showing to these other nations, and they're going to take advantage of that. Right? Her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, and as she hath done, do unto her. Right? And America has, went to places and conquered. Well, these nations are about to conquer America. Right? I want to get the verse before this. Jeremiah 50:14. Right? So this is Jeremiah 50:14. It says, Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, which is the other nations. The Lord is saying, put yourselves on one accord to destroy America. All ye that bend the bow. Right? And remember I said this is twofold, because during this time the nations, are going to come about. Well, we're going to destroy Babylon because Babylon was coming into power at this time. Right? So now this is because America is spiritually Babylon reincarnated. Right? Right? When you go to Ecclesiastes 1:9, he says there's no new thing under the sun. So these nations, these old nations and great empires that were before are back on this earth and reestablished again on this earth again. Right? And Babylon, which is America, right? America is spiritually Babylon, right? So I'm gonna read it again. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. And that bow is talking about is these bombs, these ICBM missiles. And when you look at missiles, they look like arrows. They're in the shape of an arrow. Right, let's look up a missile. All right, it's like if I spelled it wrong. Right. So when you look at a missile, let's see if we get another one. You look at a missile, it actually looks like an arrow. Right? Look at it. You see, they look like arrows. So the arrows is talking about is these ICBM missiles, right? All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. And America has been making a lot of enemies throughout the summer and throughout the years. And all these nations are going to come together on one accord, like it states in this verse, and come against Babylon and destroy her, man. Babylon is going to be destroyed. That great city is going to be destroyed, man. Right? Let's get another precept. Let's get name. Slakia Hub. Damn, Slakia. Habakkuk 2 and 12 I wanted, but we're just going to go through here. Habakkuk 2 and 12 says, woe to him, Slakia. That's not what I want. Let me get name. Name 3 and 1. And it says, woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. And woe means to destruction. And this is the bloody city because America was founded off of the blood of the Native Americans and the so-called blacks, during the time of slavery and, in the time of them coming into power. So they built America up off of blood. So this is the bloody city. It is all full of lies because they tell you the Messiah is a white man. They tell you that the real Jews are white. They tell you that everything's going to be okay. They tell you that so-called the chariots of the Most High, which they identify them as UFOs, are not real. And now they're coming out to tell you they're real, right? All these lies and, telling you you're black, Hispanic, giving you bywords, right? Telling you that the key to life is their school systems, right? Their education system, right? Those are all lies. And robbery, and this was built off robbery because they stole this land literally from the Native Americans. The prey departeth not, and we were the prey, and we still have yet to depart from the land of our captivity. So the Lord said, woe to this bloody city. So this place is going to be destroyed via the current coronavirus, tribulation, and these ICBM missiles that the Lord prophesied, right? So all you that don't keep the Lord's commandments, you're going to die, man. Straight like that. Right. So Second Chronicles 15 and 13, that whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So if you don't seek out the Lord and keep the Lord's commandments, you're going to be put to death via the coronavirus, via the sedition, which is martial law, right, in these FEMA camps, or you might get hit by an ICBM missile. Right? Right? So that's what's coming to America. And that's what's coming to y'all that don't obey the Lord's commandments. Right? Let's get one more precept. Right? Let me get Second Thessalonians 2 and 12. Right? This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 12. And it says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So if you have pleasure in sin in these last days, you're going to be damned because you're not believing in the Messiah, man. And you're not keeping the commandments. And the commandments ultimately give you life, determines if you're going to have life or death, right? And if you're not keeping the commandments clearly and obviously as the scriptures state, you're going to receive death. That's going to be your reward. And if you've been keeping the commandments and doing what you have been, doing what you had to do. Slack you.
You might gotta get changed again. On his side,
It's like Israel. But like I was saying, if you're not keeping the commandments, man, like the scripture states, you're going to be destroyed by the Lord, right? You're going to be damned. right? You're not going to get the kingdom. All right, we're going to end it with one more precept. Revelations 22 and verse 12. And it says, and behold, I come quickly in my, this is Yahweh Shai, which is so-called Jesus. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to as his work shall be. So if you was being wicked as hell and not keeping the commandments, your reward is death. And if you were keeping the commandments, your reward is the kingdom, right? So that being said, I'm going to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which the world calls Jesus Christ. Shalom.